Still a total mess. Mally was a couple years older than me and Jules. She was a lot calmer about everything. She could make me laugh no matter what my headspace was like. She snapped one of her naughty schoolgirl suspenders, winked, and blew me a saucy kiss, which forced me to crack a grin. At least my stupid face stopped twitching. Some fashionista fangirls with asymmetrical hairdos pressed against the stage were close enough to witness our personal moment. They whooped. Probably thought we were in love. I grinned wider. Then the universe closed inward, sucked me into a black hole, and I forgot everything. My fingers darted across the strings and picked the correct chords. Then they did it again, and again, and again. Muscle memory was an incredible thing. I was enthralled by the music and barely noticed Jules grinding and sashaying around the stage. I stepped farther away, out of the spotlight, to give her space. She deep-throated the mic and belted out the refrain. "You're not the one. I'm way off track. I need to get my own life back. Go home. Go out. Do what you do. Know that I'm not missing you." The audience ate up the angry lyrics, as they always did. And then it was over. Bam. I lowered my guitar and mopped my wet forehead on the sleeve of my t-shirt. "Good night, sleep tight, don't let the boogeyman bite," crooned Jules over the mad clapping and whooping. That girl can make anything sound obscene. When the lights finally slammed off and the stage stayed dark, people were still going nuts. I stood up from my half-assed curtsy and searched for Harris. He was talking to the people beside him, a younger blonde with a boppy ponytail, a curly-haired, freckled brunette, and two guys who looked like brothers. They both had light brown skin, dark hair, and chiseled features. The thinner one had been dancing by himself all night. The more muscular guy hadn't danced at all. In fact, he'd been perfectly still in the storm, staring up at the stage. Kinda creepy. I'd been reading Harris's comic, Dream Rage, since it launched 4 years ago, and I'd been mildly obsessed with him since we met at a party thrown by my recording studio in the spring. Okay, more than mildly. If my crush were an espresso, it would be 12 shots strong. He was an incredibly talented artist. Not to mention a great dancer, in a spazzy kind of way. His perfect girlfriend, Marie, wasn't around tonight. She was usually superglued to his side. Banishing thoughts of Harris, I unplugged Janice and hurried off the stage, pausing just long enough to use the bathroom, wash the sweat and mascara off my face, and put Janice safely into her case. With the guitar hanging over my shoulder, I jogged down the hallway past the room where Malika and Jules got dressed. My nose twitched when a cloud of pot wafted out from under the door. There was a maintenance exit up ahead that no one would expect me to come out. Between me and the door was one of the guys who'd been hanging with Harris, the muscular one with a staring problem, and the girl with a blonde ponytail bouncing on top of her head. She spotted me and gaped. A fan. Up close, I could see she was wearing more makeup than Jules. It was literally shoveled on. When she noticed her guy was also watching me with an appraising look, she pouted, reached up, and tried to tug his face back toward her. His gaze didn't waver from my face. He stepped forward and blocked my path. I hadn't realized how huge he was. Over 6 feet. Also gorgeous in a hard, masculine kind of way. Not really my type. Refusing to be intimidated, I gave him a small shove and pushed past without slowing down. "Sam," he called out. "Wait! I came to this concert to meet you." Make that very creepy. Shaking my head, I kept going and opened the door. A handful of die-hard fans and a couple of photographers were waiting near the performer's entrance, hoping to ambush us. A burly security guard hovered there to keep them in line. Jules and Malika don't have as many personal space issues as I do, so they'd go out that way. As I considered my next move, the blonde girl from the hall and her friend came outside through a different door. No sign of the guy. Snippets of their conversation drifted over.